If you're interested in understanding Christianity, not just through rumors, stereotypes, or social media clips, but with actually engaging with some of the best books written by Christians themselves, then this list is for you. Whether you're skeptical, curious, or somewhere in between, these 10 books will give you a front row seat to what Christians believe and why. You're not going to read all of them, but I've got a good variety, no repeated authors, and some different topics for you. If you're not a Christian, I get it. You might think, why would I even bother reading Christian books? Christianity has shaped the culture more than any other movement. Understanding it is like understanding the DNA of Western civilization. And beyond that, these books aren't just abstract theology. They wrestle with life's biggest questions: meaning, suffering, truth, morality, and hope. So let's walk through 10 books that I recommend. Number 1, the Bible. I'd recommend starting with either the Gospel of Mark or John. Want to see Jesus for himself, written by the people who were around when he was around? The Gospel of Mark gives you a fast-paced, straightforward look at Jesus' life. The Gospel of John shows the deeper meaning of who he is. If Christianity rises or falls on Jesus, which it does, why not go to the source? I recommend reading something like the New Living Translation, which is written at a lower reading level. It's easier to understand. Or something like the ESV Study Bible, which has study notes. The second book I want you to read is Cold Case Christianity by J. Warner Wallace. In Cold Case Christianity, J. Warner Wallace, who is a cold case detective and an atheist, applies investigative methods to the historical claims about Jesus, and he came to believe they were true. Even if you don't agree with him, his evidence-based approach is worth checking out. The Reason for God is a book by Tim Keller. This book tackles questions like, how can a good God allow suffering? Isn't Christianity too exclusive? Doesn't science disprove religion? Keller gives thoughtful, respectful answers without dismissing doubts. Number 4 on our list is Mere Christianity. Mere Christianity by C.S. Lewis is one of the most famous introductions to Christianity. If you're familiar with Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe or the Chronicles of Narnia, this is your guy. Lewis, who was once an atheist himself, builds a rational, step-by-step case for faith. Millions have found it helpful in thinking through life's biggest questions. Number 5 on our list is 10 Questions Every Teen Should Ask About Christianity by Rebecca McLaughlin. While it does say teen in the title, don't let that fool you. With relatable examples, admittedly a lot from Harry Potter references, McLaughlin tackles identity, faith, and hard questions about Christianity. This is a book that I read first by myself, and I've gone through it with my family. It answers a lot of tough questions and approaches them in a real and honest way. For adults, she has a book, Confronting Christianity, which might be more up your alley. The Story of Reality by Greg Koukl is our 6th book. Christianity isn't just a set of private beliefs, it's a worldview. Koukl explains the Christian story, how the world began, what went wrong, how it ends, and why it matters. Number 7 on this list is 20 Christian Beliefs by Wayne Grudem. It's a short, clear summary of 20 core beliefs Christians hold. This is a straightforward way to understand the essentials. It touches on a few topics that not every Christian agrees on, but if you want to know what Christians actually believe, it's a solid basis to start with. The Apostles' Creed by Albert Mohler is our 8th book. Hopefully you've seen our series on the Apostles' Creed. It's one of the oldest statements of Christian belief. Mohler walks through it line by line, explaining why each phrase still matters today. It's definitely worth your time if you're trying to understand basic and historic Christian doctrine. Number 9 is The Explicit Gospel by Matt Chandler. Chandler makes it clear, Christianity isn't about quote-unquote being good or following rules. It's about the good news of what Jesus has done. If you want the central message of Christianity, this book lays it out. And number 10 on our list is The Pilgrim's Progress by John Bunyan. It's a classic from the 1600s, and this allegory has shaped literature for centuries. It tells the story of a Christian traveling toward the celestial city, filled with vivid symbolism. Even read as literature alone, it shows Christianity's deep cultural impact. The story of The Pilgrim's Progress is fictional, but the truths are core to Christianity. If you made it this far, maybe you're still asking yourself, why read these? These books don't just explain doctrine, they deal with the human condition. They answer questions about guilt, forgiveness, purpose, and hope. Even if you disagree with something they say, you'll better understand the faith that has shaped billions of lives. So which book will you start with? Maybe Mark? Maybe Lewis? Maybe Wallace's detective case? Pick one, read it for yourself, and see what you think. Make sure to subscribe for more resources where we break down theology, apologetics, and the Christian worldview in ways that are clear, thoughtful, and worth your time. Thanks for watching A Worthy Manner.